Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Action Realty, Breckenridge Public Schools, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Heitkamp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now here's KBMW's Turner Bluffus.
And welcome to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition. Turner Bluffus here as we get ready for some Heart of Lakes basketball. And we got Breckenridge Cowboys on the Breckenridge Cowgirls taking on the Hawley Nuggets tonight. Hawley Nuggets entering this one, and one of the top teams in the Heart of Lakes pretty much year in, year out. And the Breckenridge Cowgirls are on quite the roll themselves. So we'll see. This is going to be a really fun matchup here. And this is always a fun matchup between Breckenridge and Hawley. This is always the one that I circle on there. Hawley with their long time and Hall of Fame coach Bill Goddenberg coming to town. And he's always got quite the crew, and, they've had a good run there. They just had the Steer sisters, only one Steer sister left there, and she's leading them to a 7-4 mark at this point. I'll run through how they got to this point in the season. Open up the year with a 72-61 against the tough Ada Borup squad. Fell to Pelican Rapids 58-39, a very good Pelican Rapids team. Beat up on Breckenridge as well. Beat Frazee 60-48, fell to Perham 59-28. 2-point loss to Fergus Falls, who Breckenridge will actually play later this week. A 43-37 victory over Wadena Deer Creek. 66-57 loss to East Grand Forks, who Breckenridge also lost to on a buzzer beater that did not go their way. And since then, they've rattled off 4 straight wins, 50-45 victory against Piers at a tournament in St. Cloud. They followed it up with a 60-44 win over BBE. And then 50-28 win over Thief River Falls and a 69-61 victory on the road against DGF. And Breckenridge, how did they get to their 8-3 mark, you might wonder? Let's run through their schedule as well. Breckenridge opened up the year with 4 straight wins. Those came against Morris Area, Frazee, Park Rapids, and Barnesville. Their first loss came to Pelican Rapids. 3 straight wins after that against Dilworth, Glidden Felton, Lake Park Audubon, and Wheaton, Herman, Norcross. 2 losses after that, East Grand Forks, they fell to them, as we talked about earlier, and then a 15-point loss to Perham. And followed up with one of the best offensive performances in school history by the Cowgirls. Yes, school history. We don't know if it was a school record yet. We haven't been able to check that out. But Coach Bogenreef said it's a good possibility. They were really hoping to hit 100. They had to settle for 98. Breckenridge went to Benson last week and took home a 98-57 victory. Hit 17 triples on the night. You know, we're not 100% sure if the points are a school record, but I would bet my house that those 3-pointers are definitely a record, with 17 of them going down once again. So a hot 9-1. Ada Borup up next with a 7-2 mark. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy 7-3, as is Rothsay, also 7-3 just down the road. New York Mills with a record of 4-6, 5-6 Henning. 3-8 Norman County East Ulen Hitterdal. That's actually where the Breckenridge Cowboys are tonight on the road. So we'll make sure if we get any score updates, we'll get that out there. Lake Park Audubon is 5-7. At the second to last spot in Section 6A North. And then Battle Lake at the bottom of Section 6A North with a record of 1-10. Section 6A South looks like this. Hancock at the top with a record of 10-1. Breckenridge up next, 8-3, West Central area. Better record than Breckenridge, 9-4, but also lower in QRF by 7 spots. By the way, Breckenridge is 19th in the state by QRF. Brandon Evansville is 7-3 in the 4th spot. Wheaton Herman Norcross up next, 6-5. And then below 500 the rest of the way, we got Clinton Graceville Beardsley with a record of 4-6. And a 1-9 Parker's Prairie squad. Benson is 2-7. And then Ashby's dubs on the year. Ashby 0-11 on the year, while Ortonville is 0-13. So that's a look at your section standings here as part of the Power Poll ranking brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. And now it's time for your injury report, which is brought to you by CHI St. Francis. And for the injury report, currently we have obviously Jonica Bernades out for tonight's game, as she will be out for the entire year, unfortunately. And then also for Hawley, I got to make sure I double-check the name on this one. It is Julie Strom, who will not see. I remember her from last year. So a senior leader that will be lost from this squad. By the way, they got 7 seniors on this roster by my count. 6 seniors, my apologies.
Surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday around 9 a.m.
For the right price, everything will sell.
Well,
Right.
I mean, that's it. You know, there's nothing you can't sell if you have the right price on it.
Action Realty in Wapaton.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
And welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Blob is here. Time for your Smith Motors keys to the game. Smith Motors in Wapaton, small town friendly, big town deals. And for the keys to the game for Breckenridge, this is going to be pretty simple. Slow down Izzy Steer, and I like your odds. Izzy Steer is a she can provide so much offense. I've heard some crazy stat lines coming into this ball game from her. So if Breckenridge can slow her down, make everybody else have to beat them, then I like their odds. Obviously they have other scoring threats here, but, take away the big one, and, it's going to be a good night for the Cowgirls if they can slow her down at least. I'd be very surprised if Izzy Steer, came out here, only scored 5 points on the night, and they still beat Breckenridge by 5. That'd be kind of surprising to me. If they can hold her under 15, I like Breckenridge's odds. So that's my key to the game for you, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapaton, small town friendly. Big town deals. Smith Motors in Wapaton, big fan, obviously. And now I thought we'd jump into the starting lineups. I know it's a little early still, but I thought it would be fun to do that. And then we can always loop back to it, if we still got time later on in the broadcast. So we'll start off with the Hawley Nuggets. They go like this. They start number 4, Addie Sandvik. She is a 5'8" sophomore who starts with this squad and plays guard. Where's number 4, as I said? Izzy Steer, the one you got to keep an eye on. She's a 5'10 junior guard wearing number 5. And also I was told that her older sister is actually an assistant on the staff now, so that's a fun little family connection there. And then also starting for them, number 20, Ingrid Rustad. She's a 5'6 junior guard wearing number 20. Emma Brookshire, number 24. She's a 6'1 senior center, providing some height there down low. And then number 40, Katie Vetter, a freshman, getting the nod tonight, who is a 5'7 guard. So they got a freshman, a few juniors, and then one senior in this starting 5. Once again, they are missing one player tonight, Julie Strom, as we mentioned in the injury report. And if I didn't already mention, Katie Vetter is listed at 5'7 and is a guard on this squad that plays, and is wearing number 40. She's a freshman. Now for the starters for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, sticking with the same old lineup. They got, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stick with a good lineup. Sydney Roberts, number 0. She's listed at 5'5", is a junior sharpshooter and a fantastic defender on this squad. Parker Yagi, 5'7" sophomore, and has already put together a resume that very few Cowgirls can rival in her few years on the varsity squad. And then also starting is going to be Piper Janing. Janing is a 5'8" freshman wearing number 10. Emily Gowan, rocking number 21, a sophomore having a breakout campaign this year, wearing number 21. And she is listed at 5'6". Then Erin Blofus in the middle, 6' junior, and is wearing number 24. And then some other Cowgirls we'll likely see tonight. Ava Janing, she's kind of the sixth woman coming off the bench, and always gives a lot of great energy off the bench coming in. She's kind of pretty much the certified sixth man on the squad. And then we got the posts that trade off in multiple halves. We'll see if they stick with that strategy. Usually we see Mariah Coltis for the one half, and then Ellie Brewer for the other one. I want to say that they usually have Coltis go the second half. I'm not 100% sure. That was just a guess. I could be wrong on that. I know that we'll likely see both of them for a half. Anna Spear, she can come in and knock down a 3. And also, let's see. I'm trying to think. They don't go crazy deep into the bench, but would have had a little more depth if they would have been able to obviously not suffer some injuries this year, unfortunately. But let's not dwell on the injuries. Let's look at your starting lineups, once again brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And once again, we'll run through it one more time before we go to a commercial break. Addie Sandvik, Izzy Steer, Ingrid Rustad, Emma Brookshire, and Katie Vetter all starting for the Nuggets. Sydney Roberts, Parker Yagi, Piper Janing, Emily Gowan, and Erin Blofus starting for the Cowgirls, sticking with their same starting 5. And we'll take a quick break here on the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show. Come back, I'll do my darndest to time it up with the national anthem, but you just never know how those are going to line up. You're listening to the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
This is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Stay winter ready with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $20 in rebates on the purchase and install on a select AC Delco battery. Up to $15 rebate on 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. Up to $10 rebate on the purchase and install of a select AC Delco cabin air filter. And up to a $10 rebate on the purchase and install of a select AC Delco engine air filter. That's up to $55 in rebates. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
And welcome back to the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Blob is here as we are approaching the opening tip. They're announcing the starters here at Breckenridge High School. Cowgirls getting set to take on the Hawley Nuggets. Pair of HOL teams coming in with some nice records. 7 wins thus far for Hawley and 8 for the Cowgirls. Once again, the starting lineups that I covered a couple times already, but we'll run through them again for you. Starting lineups brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Once again, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. That was a lot better than last time. Starting for the Nuggets, we got Addie Sandvik, Izzy Steer, Ingrid Rustad, Emma Brookshire, and Katie Vetter. I don't know why when I said Sandvik, I sounded like I was from Boston, but, I might stick with it. Big fan. And starting for the Cowgirls, their same starting 5 they've been going with most of the season. Sydney Roberts, Parker Yagi, Piper Janing, Emily Gowan, and Aaron Bloffes as well. Cowgirls coming off one of the best offensive performances in school history. We'll see if they can keep that energy and pour on the points today. Everyone watching on the YouTube stream can get a good look at Coach Bernades, the role that Jonica's taken on in her absence. I would not be surprised if she was second in command on this coaching staff. I won't say that she outranks head coach Tony Bogenreef by any means, but, she might tell you that. Brookshire and Bluffus jumping it up. Opening tip won by Hawley. Nuggets on the left side of the floor, dribbling over to near the top of the key area. Looking to get to the cup. Kick it out to the right wing area. Dribble drive inside. Nice tip there by Sydney Roberts. Went out of bounds, but active hands. I don't even think she knew the ball was coming. Just trying to get her hands in the passing lane, ended up tipping it out of bounds. Nuggets get the inbound in front of the Breckenridge Cowgirl bench. And a little bit of a mishandle on the dribble. Breckenridge ups the pressure and trying to force a turnover here. Parker Yagi applying the pressure and doing a good job staying disciplined on defense. Brookshire's got an open look inside. Off the mark, rebounded by Aaron Bluffus. Sydney Roberts pushing the tempo. Launches it up to Janing. Piper Janing back to Sydney Roberts. They got a zone they're going up against to start off with. Emily Gowan gets to the teeth of the defense. Dribble kick action. Piper Janing. Dribble drive. Decides to dish it off. Very unselfish play to set up the layup by Yagi. Piper Janing knowing her role. Doing a good job of drawing the defender and dishing it off to Yagi, who had a nice look at the rack. 2-0. Breckenridge lead here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard after 1 minute of play. Nuggets over to the left wing area. Ingrid Rustad with the ball. She gets a ball screen. Looking to get into the right elbow area. Dishes it off to the short corner on the right side. They're looking to go to Brookshire inside. Good defense there by Bluffus. Out of bounds off Brookshire. Doing a good job of providing a presence there on her back hip. Went off Brookshire's hands and out of bounds and made the smart play not to grab it. Piper Janing was a little tempted to try to pat those steal stats there for a second, but decided not to. They're going to pause to let Izzy Steer tie her shoe. Izzy Steer, once again, the nugget that you got to keep an eye on. We'll see how they do on her. I said try to hold her under 15, and I like your odds, so we'll see how it pans out for the Cowgirls. And Cowgirls end up throwing it away. Sydney Roberts is trying to get it to Emily Gowan, but swiped away by Addie Sandvik. Kick out to the left corner. Shot fake and drive off the mark, and another rebound from Bluffus. And ends up almost throwing it away. Emily Gowan did a good job tracking that one down. Coaching staff, I thought, was about to have a fit on the bench. They turn it over anyway, so same result. Addie Sandvik goes inside to Brookshire. Double team was there, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. And that is on Piper Janing. First foul of the ball game. And we already got a substitution here. That was pretty early. Emma Brookshire will get a breather. Emily Veteran. Yes, there's a veteran and a veteran on this team. Very confusing. Inside drive by Sandvik is dropped in for two. Addie Sandvik gets the Nuggets on the board. We got a 2-2 ball game. 15:42 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard or your Action Realty scoreboard if you're on the video stream. Emily Gowan. They're using that, trying to use as quick a ball movement as they can get to shift the defense. Back over to the left side to Roberts. Roberts, nice little shot big. Little high post to block action. Aaron Bluffus missed two shots down low. Nuggets came away with it, and now we got a foul call. I think that's going to be on Sydney Roberts. Trying to tie it up. Actually, it's on Bluffus. That's one thing your coach never wants to see is you fouling that far away from the hoop. Well, you're close to one hoop, just not the right hoop. Ava Janing going to get her first run tonight. Checks in for her sister Piper. And Breckenridge coming out with a press here in this 2-2 game. Little drop off down low, and then a kick out for an open triple. It's good. 3 for Katie Vetter. Parker Yagi dumps it off to a cutting Sydney Roberts, but it gets tied up for a jump ball. Sydney Roberts, someone you do not want to end up in a dog pile with, no matter the sport. And it looks like Emma Brookshire was got an equipment issue, sitting over on the picnic table on the baseline for some reason, fixing her shoe. This is a new one for me. If you're watching on the video stream, you can see it, though. If you see the over on the right side of the screen. By the way, we got Phil Hansen in the house reffing the game. So you got to look past him. As an almost turnover leads to a Yagi layup. You don't see that very often where the backboard gets in for the assist, but someone kind of rocketed off there, ricocheted, bounced out the backboard right into Yegi's hands for a layup. 5-4 Hawley lead. Floater in the lane, off the mark, rebounded by Blofis. I already got her down for a trio of boards here in the opening minutes of the game, as Hawley is just seemingly getting a hand on every pass tonight so far. 14:29 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Yeah, you're telling me to hold your horses. You're in the first 3.5 minutes here, buddy. Emily Gowan crosses the timeline as Piper Janning gets set to check back in. Sydney Roberts pulls the trigger on a three. Nothing but net. Sydney Roberts, the 3-and-D queen. I love covering her. Layup is off the mark. Rebounded by Blofis once again. This is off to Parker Yagi. She crosses the timeline. Looking to cut through a pair of defenders. Good dribble kick action. Gets it inside to Gowan, who gets crafty with the Euro step. Steps around the defender and drops it in, and now we got a body foul. Looks like that one's on Sydney Roberts, and we got a quick, that was my bad, coach, from Sydney. I like the honesty. Only her first foul, though. My apologies as I continue to try to correct the camera angle as much as I can. So Sydney Roberts will get a breather as Piper Janning checks back into the ball game. Breckenridge only going 6 deep into the rotation so far. And baseline jumper is up and good. Keep an eye on Katie Vetter. She's got 5 points already. He's hit both of her shots from the right side of the floor. And Parker Yagi has the pass go off her hands. Kind of a dangerous pass, but she was able to corral it. Skip pass to the right side to Gowan is off the mark. Blofis with another board. I'm not keeping track of boards too much, but by my count, that's 5 for Blofis. Here, less than 5 minutes into the ball game. And Ingrid Rustad picks up a foul. Brookshire's stint with the Nuggets was short-lived. And the inbound pass batted out of bounds by Addie Sandvik. Emily Gowan checking in by the Hawley bench. Hanging out with legendary coach Goddenberg and crew. Oh, that could be a big one. Izzy Steer trying to be aggressive and get the steal. Ends up running into Ava Janning and picking up the foul. That's 1 foul on her. Gonna want to keep an eye on that, though. If she picks up a second, that could be huge. Hawley's top player picks up her first foul of the game. We got a 9-7 Cowgirl lead. 4 points from Parker Yagi, 3 from Sydney Roberts, and 2 from Emily Gowan at this point. Ava Janning with the ball on the right side of the floor. She's got a trap. Just off to Emily Gowan. Skips it over to Piper Janning on the left side of the floor. Blofis now has it. They're just firing it around. No dribbling needed. And it sets up a nice look at the rim for Parker Yagi's 3rd bucket of the game. She's got 3 layups already. Nuggets trail 11-7. Kick out to the left slot area. And now it almost got tied up for a jump ball, but the Nuggets were able to rocket it out to the perimeter. Izzy Steer with a nice kick out to the left corner. And we got a triple as a result. Ingrid Rustad, 2nd Nugget triple of the day. And we've seen a few of these dangerous passes to start off possessions, and I think that's what head coach Tony Bogenreef is going to address as he calls a timeout. Take a timeout with him. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Actually, we'll hang here for the timeout. 11-10. Currently with 12:20 remaining here in the opening half in this Highcamp Construction timeout. Cowgirls at this point in the game got some nice looks inside. And, not exactly, the teams match up pretty well height-wise. I mean, Blofis and Brookshire are kind of a wash, and then it's kind of up and down from there. A couple of short girls on both teams, a couple of medium height girls, and then 1 tall girl each. So I think these teams match up pretty well height-wise. I'll make sure to do a better assessment of that when they come out here. But head coach Tony Bogenreef passing on the message. As we've only seen 6 Cowgirls take the floor so far. Coming out, we have the Janning sisters. Almost said twins. That would be wrong. The Janning sisters, Emily Gowan, Parker Yagi, as well as Erin Blofis. Nuggets skipping it out to the right side of the floor. Little shot fake and go, and then they get over to the left side. And, ooh. Addie Sandvik drops in a layup on the left side of the floor. Might have dragged that foot just a smidge, but that's just not my angle. 12-11, Nugget lead after that bucket. They feed into the high post area to Yagi. They like to work her in that area because she's got a lot of angles to kick it out to open shooters. 13 seconds on the shot clock. And that pass ends up going out of bounds. I think Piper Janning thought that was tipped, so she didn't want to grab it when the ball was flying out of bounds, but it was not. It was just thrown out of bounds. Sydney Roberts checking in for Yagi. First breather of the game for Parker Yagi. Comes with 6:23 of action gone by. Now 11:34 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sandvik goes inside and has it stolen away by Sydney Roberts. Did I mention she's a bit of a 3-and-D specialist? Ava Janning with the ball. Janning out to Sydney Roberts. Roberts swings over to Emily Gowan. She's ready to pull the trigger on a three. Off the mark. And Brookshire had the angle on the rebound but couldn't squeeze it. Ava Janning comes out with the offensive board. And Emily Gowan gets the second chance bucket. Second triple of the game for the Cowgirls. Second bucket of the game for Emily Gowan, who now has 5 points. Not a team high. Parker Yagi still the leading scorer. And Vetter had another good look at a three, but didn't take it. Got it over to Sandvik, who puts up the floater off the mark, and Brookshire is fouled. Looks like that one's going to be on Blofus. So we're going to see Ellie Brewer checking in for her first action. Going to relieve Blofus, who picked up 2 fouls in 7 minutes and 12 seconds. I don't know if she's come out of the game yet. She will now. So Ellie Brewer checks in, and Parker Yagi subs in for Emily Gowan. That's to tell Piper Janning, nope, you're staying here. (14-13) Cowgirl lead. Free throw is off the mark from Brookshire. Izzy Steer gets the board, though, and is not able to convert. Ellie Brewer with the board. Pass over to the left side of the floor. After the 1-for-2 trip from Brookshire, Ava Janning to Piper Janning. Janning goes inside to Ellie Brewer. Brewer looking to turn and score and draws the foul. Love the aggressiveness from Ellie Brewer. Literally just checked into the ball game and coming in ready to rock. 6-foot freshman on this squad has a bright future. Rocking the green for Breckenridge. First free throw is up off the mark. Izzy Steer looked like she was going to be checking out of the game, but actually she is not. 10:27 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ellie Brewer looking to make it a 15-13 game and misses the free throw. 0-for-2 trip. So Cowgirls 0-for-2 at the stripe to start off this game. 1-for-2 is Hawley. And it is a 1-point Cowgirl lead. They go inside to Brookshire. Brookshire has a pair of defenders waiting for her and throws one off the back iron. Breckenridge looking to get out and run. Sydney Roberts thought about the triple in transition. Took a little shot fake, and now she's going to pull the trigger on it off the mark. On the floor, Sydney Roberts was able to come away with the loose ball. Nice drop-off pass to Piper Janning, but the shot is off the mark on the back iron. Izzy Steer, she's got nobody in front of her, goes up for the layup and drops it in for two. Her first bucket of the game, Izzy Steer. Could have fed that up to a teammate for a wide-open bucket as well, but I think she just wanted to keep it in her hands, make sure that it didn't get turned over on the exchange. And now we got another foul on the baseline. Parker Yagi getting a pair of free throws coming her way. Yagi rocking number 3. She's got 3 buckets so far. Going to try to tack a couple free throws onto the resume for tonight. And off the back iron. This is built-up announcers jinx from me talking about how she was shooting over 90% for a bulk of the season last year. Brought way too much attention to that. I don't want to know what her free throw percentage is now. I could probably check it on Huddle, but I'm not going to. As she goes over 2. Oh, boy. I'm just never going to discuss another Parker Yagi free throw in her career. 15-14 Hawley lead. 9:28 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets looking to make something happen offensively. Izzy Steer, a likely option to get something done. Step back triple off the mark, and that didn't get anything. Goes out of bounds. Breckenridge doing a good job not trying to squeeze it. Oh, they're saying it was tipped. Evidently, let's hope the shot clock is taken care of, and they're already on top of it. All right. You would never know that these MSHSL officials have not worked with the shot clock until this year. 11 seconds remaining on the shot clock. After Sydney Roberts got a piece of that one on the shot. And Parker Yagi has been watching film. She read that play out from the get-go. Then tried to strip it loose. 3 from Steer is way off the mark. That only hit the backboard. Parker Yagi with the board. Yagi getting out in transition with a nice little dump off to Piper Janing. Janing's shot is blocked and out of bounds. Cowgirls currently trailing 15-14 with 8:57 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the opening half. Emily Gowan inbounding under the hoop. Looking for an open teammate. Gets it out to the left corner to Sydney Roberts on the opposite side of the floor. Roberts with a skip pass over to the right slot area. They were looking to dump it inside to Yagi, but nothing doing. Stolen away from the Nuggets, and now we got a foul on the complete opposite end of the floor. Second one of those we've had tonight by the Cowgirls, so that's got to be frustrating for head coach Tony Bogenreef. First on Yagi, though, so won't hear him get after her too much, I'm sure, after that. Nuggets looking to add to this 1-point lead. Get over to the right side of the floor with Izzy Steer. Steer up to... ended up getting stolen away. I was double-checking the name on the roster. Sydney Roberts comes away with the steal. It was Emily Veteran, by the way. Had to double-check that. As it is stolen away once again. Hawley's defense doing a good job of making Breckenridge throw a lot of risky passes as Izzy Steer throws up the shot and has it go off the mark. A wide-open layup at the Nuggets is blown. And now we got a foul on Hawley. Oh, it's on Izzy Steer. That's actually her third. I missed her second foul. Izzy Steer with 3 fouls here in this ball game. And, all right, I was going to say they're not pulling her yet. Now they got her coming out. That could be massive. I mean, as much as you want to shut a good player down, it's hard to beat having them just sitting on the bench not doing anything. As Emily Gowan tries to get through the trap. Almost got it tied up, but dished it off to Sydney Roberts. Gowan over to the right side of the floor. Janing with a nice dish off to Yagi, who gets the end one. Parker Yagi. As fierce of a driver as you'll come across in the Heart of Lakes. Gets to the cup for the layup. She's up to 8 points. She's got half of her squad's points. Going to try to make it over half the points, and she does. She's got 9 of the team's 17. Cowgirls now lead 17-15 with 7:45 to go in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ingrid Rustad with the ball in the half-court circle. Looks over to Vetter. Vetter with a nice give-and-go action on the left side. Sets up a wide-open layup at the cup for Rustad, her second bucket of the game. Roberts feeds it up to Gowan on the right side. Gowan into Yagi in the right corner. Let's see if she tries to go to work on the perimeter. Instead, she gets it to Gowan. Emily Gowan draws a few defenders and hits a back-cutting Yagi for a bucket. I don't know how she got that pass off, but that turns into the 11th point for Parker Yagi on the night. And Hawley misses the layup. Ava Janing comes out of the chaos with the ball and is looking to push the tempo. Gets to the rack and draws a foul. Kind of went up with a lefty floater out of that after she got tied up. Foul is on Rustad. Second foul on her. Head coach Bill Gottenberg is going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Your score, Breckenridge 19, Hawley 17. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We are your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. We got a little confusion out of the break. Breckenridge saying, I think it was a shooting foul before we went into this. So good job by the coaching staff staying on top of that. Good catch by Coach Bernades there. Make sure nothing gets by them. 2 points coming for Ava Janning possibly because of it. She makes the first. (20-17) is your score. Here with 6:56 remaining in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Back-to-back free throw makes from the 7th grader, Ava Janning. It's going to be fun watching the Janning girls. Years to come, we got a 7th grader and a 9th grader playing already. And Hawley looking to take advantage after breaking the press. And, ooh, that was about as close as it gets to dropping in a layup, but off the mark, off of a Nugget foot. 6:41 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yeage's got 11 of the 21 points for the Cowgirls. And Sydney Roberts, looking to add to her point total, decides to pull it back out. Skip pass to for Yeage. And she knocks down a triple, her first 3 of the night. She knocked down a couple in that big game in Benson. Now a 7-point lead for Breckenridge. Hawley looking to cut into it. Brookshire going to work. They've done a good job on her so far, but she calls glass. Brookshire's got 3 points. A little bit less of a post presence there when Aaron Blofis is on the bench with 2 fouls, and right on cue checks in with those 2 fouls. Breckenridge has it in the corner. Parker Yeage with 14 points. Feeds it into the high post area to Ava Janning. Her shot is off the mark. Piper Janning was able, or Ellie Brewer actually was able to squeeze that one. Got it tied up with Brookshire. Possession arrow goes to the Nuggets. So Blofis, Ava Janning, Piper Janning, Parker Yeage, and Emily Gowan on the floor for Breckenridge. Bringing up the ball for the Nuggets, Addie Sandvik with 4 points. So far, Katie Vetter and Izzy Steer are the leading scorers for the Nuggets. Actually, Ingrid Rustad and Katie Vetter with 5 apiece. Izzy Steer playing with 3 fouls. Keep an eye on her. If they can get her a 4th one here, oh my goodness. Izzy Steer is going to put up a triple from the top of the key and knock it down. And they're going to take a timeout to get her out of the game. That's how you know you can call on her for a bucket. Izzy Steer comes in, knocks down a triple, and now they're going to call a timeout. Maybe going to take her out of the game now. Looks like it might have been an offensive-defensive kind of strategy. We'll take a very quick break. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that mom and dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for mom and dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. Parker Yeage looking to make her second triple of the game, and she does from the right slotted area. Same spot she hit the last one. What a performance from her already. She's got 17 in the opening half alone. Vetter, as David Janning takes a big shot. And Brookshire uses that glass once again. Finding her touch, cuts the lead to 3, 27-24. Parker Yagi with the ball on the right side of the floor. Gets it up to Ava Janning. Janning drives into the teeth of the defense, kicks it out to Erin Blofus. She's going to pull it out. Gets it to Gowan. Gowan gets a ball screen from Yagi. Looking to shed the defender. It gets on the floor, and Erin Blofus comes out with it, and we're going to get a foul call. Hawley was thinking that was going to be a jump ball, but instead we got a foul on the arm. So Erin Blofus gets her first crack at getting in the scoring column, 1-1. Hawley's got 18 fouls so far. Breckenridge has 5, so they still got a foul to give. As Ellie Brewer is getting set to, well, no, I thought she was getting set to check in, but now she is. First free throw is good from Blofus. They'll do a substitution for Blofus once the second free throw is done. Unless she's anything like her cousin, sees that someone's checking in for her and she intentionally misses the free throw. I like her style. Misses the free throw, 28-24, as Emily Gowan comes away with a steal and drops it in with a left-handed layup. All part of the plan. She's got 7 points. Nuggets now trail 30-24 against the Cowgirls. 4:15 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the opening half. Once again, Izzy Steer, they're trusting her. They're playing her with 3 fouls here. Breckenridge face guarding her, trying to make sure she can't get it. And she does anyways. Puts up a triple, and off the back iron, rebounded by Parker Yagi. Yagi saying, let's slow it down. Let's get everybody down there. We're only playing 6 girls usually here, so let's not get too crazy. Emily Gowan puts up a 3 on the right side of the floor. Off the mark, Izzy Steer with the board. Once again, playing with 3 fouls. I cannot stress how important that is. 3-pointer on the left side of the floor is good from Ingrid Rustad. Her second triple of the night. She's up to 8 points. They feed it up to Ava Janning, who goes with the reverse layup off the glass. Wow. Look at that touch from the freshman. Janning's got 4 points. Breckenridge up 32-27, 3:20 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Katie Vetter with the ball. Swings it over. And now they feed it into Izzy Steer. Izzy Steer with a beautiful dump off to Brookshire, who lays it in for 2. Good job from Blofus, not picking up a foul there, trying to react. Makes it a 3-point game once again here as Breckenridge ends up turning it over. Brookshire comes away with it after it got tipped to her. And now a 3-pointer on the left side, which would have tied up the game, is squeezed down by Hawley and then ripped away, or not ripped away, tied up for a jump ball, so it's Breckenridge ball. Ellie Brewer checking in for Erin Blofus. And Ava Janning also getting a breather with Sydney Roberts checking back into the game. Parker Yagi gets it to Roberts. Sydney Roberts. To the right side of the floor to Gowan. Emily Gowan, skip pass to Piper Janning. Janning tries to get it inside to Brewer, but the pass was tipped and stolen away by Izzy Steer. Steer drops it off to Vetter. Steer going to pull the trigger on a 3 off the mark. And Ellie Brewer batted that one out of bounds. Steer will get a breather. So far, Breckenridge has done a nice job on her. Held her to 5 points here in the opening half. Checking in for her first action of the game is number 34, Leah Tibbetts, a senior who is listed at 6 foot. So they got a pair of 6-footers on this roster with her and Brookshire. Gowan applying the pressure, and we got an N1 out of the deal. Addie Sandvik with the bucket. Trying to complete the 3-point play. She's got 6 points and has cut the lead to 3 points. Oh, 1 point. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was stared at the scoreboard waiting for it to change. And free throws off the mark. That would have tied it up, but offensive rebound by Hawley. And that's Tibbetts, who just got in the ball game. Now we got an offensive foul. Charge taken by Yagi. Sandvik now has 3 fouls as well. Her and Izzy Steer, both starters with 3 fouls. 2:11 remaining here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gowan doing the honors of bringing it up. Gets to Parker Yagi on the right side of the floor. Picks up her dribble and then tries to feed it over to the left side of the floor. Ends up throwing it away. Nuggets toss it up down to the left side of the floor, and in the block area, it looks like Sydney Roberts got the foul, trying to go out there and help down low. And Roberts has now picked up her second. $1:54 remaining here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. First free throw is up and off the back iron. Free throws haven't exactly been dropping for either team at this point. Rustad puts it up at the stripe off the front iron and tries to get her own rebound, but instead is going to get called for a foul. And that is her third. So we got 3 different Nugget players with 3 fouls here in this game. Ellie Brewer at the stripe. She's got 2 free throws coming. She went 0 for 2 on her last trip. Going to try to redeem herself here, and the first one is good. Off to a good start. Brookshire into the ball game. I want to say she's got 2 fouls. She might feel left out if most of the other starters have 3, so she might just go out there and hack somebody real quick here. We'll see. 2 for 2 trip for Ellie Brewer. Really feast or famine at the free throw line for her. It'll either be both going in or both falling out. Either way, we got a 34-31 Cowgirl lead here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. $1:44 remaining in this opening half. Nuggets going to get something going here to tie it up. Brookshire goes inside. Nice little flex cut there to set up a nice look at the bucket, which turns into a couple free throws. Izzy Johnson drew the foul on that one. Nuggets looking for their first bench points of the night. See if they come here on the free throw. Izzy Johnson. So the first one and knocks it down. Chastity Hansen going in for her first action of the night. Just saw her at the end of the JV game. $1:34 remaining here in the opening half, so if she only has 1 half left, then she's not going to get a whole lot of run tonight. As the free throw is off the mark, and Ava Jennings standing all by herself down low and cashes in for the layup. Said too easy. And now Ava Jennings picks up a foul. So 1-and-1 free throws coming for Ingrid Rustad. $1:22 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls up by 4. First free throw is up and rattles in. So she'll earn a second one. Ingrid Rustad missed her first 2 attempts at the stripe, so trying to redeem herself here. Knocks this one down, she'll hit double figures. She's sitting on 9. Shot is up and off the front iron. And Nuggets are able to pull down the offensive rebound. Looks like the Cowgirls were trying just hard not to foul. And what has been kind of a foul fest here at times in the first half. Just trying not to get an over the back call or something like that. Nuggets got 3 seconds on the shot clock. And they'll be able to get it off for 2. Katie Vetter with 7 points here on the night. And they tried throwing it over to the left side of the floor, and it's batted out of bounds. Good hustle there by the Nugget defenders. That was number 44, Emily Vettern, the sophomore forward. Probably getting a little more action than she anticipated tonight with all the foul trouble with the Nugget squad. Parker Yagi It's into the high post area to Ellie Brewer. Inside out action. Sets up a triple for Emily Gowan, and she knocks it down. That is textbook. Throwing it out to the shooter's pocket. Great kick out there by Ellie Brewer. 39-35. 29 seconds remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nice pick and roll pass inside, and 2 free throws coming for Veteran. Emily Veteran. So it's Emily on Emily violence out here as Emily Gowan picks up the foul. Aaron Blofis getting set to check in as that first free throw goes off the back iron. Gonna have to tally up the free throws here at the halftime. Got a lot of X's on my sheet, which are not a good sign. Next free throw coming. And 0 for 2 trip. Bad news for the Nuggets. Now it gets tied up for a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Nuggies. So, I got to see if we got enough Cowgirls out there. We do. On the floor, Hansen, Brewer, Yagi, Ava Janing, and Emily Gowan. Speaking of Yagi, she's getting out and trying to get a layup in transition after getting the steal on the inbound. And goes with a kind of reverse backwards kind of scoop layup kind of thing. I don't know how to describe that. Chastity Hansen going to pull the trigger on a 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Ava Janing. Ellie Brewer scoops it up with 1 second remaining, and there is either a foul or is out of bounds. And a foul. Second foul on Brookshire. Oh, she's only got 2. Well, she's only got 1.7 seconds left here to pick up a third foul here, like all of her fellow starters. Free throw off the back iron. Someone tell her that a technical foul also goes down as a personal, so she can do something to get a technical right here if she doesn't think she has time to get a normal foul. Next free throw is up off the back iron. Once again, Ellie Brewer tracks it down. They got to get it up right away, and off the mark. So an 0 for 2 trip there to end the half. 39-34, Cowgirls lead heading into halftime. Take a quick break, come back with your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. 39-34. It's your current score. Breckenridge once again in the lead. Actually, we'll hang here for a little bit, just kind of set up what we've gone through at this point, as Breckenridge once again will take a 5-point lead into the half. And is what has been a foul fest here. We got we got 3 different Nuggets on the bench who started this ball game, who now have 3 fouls in this ball game. And a lot of girls who are flirting with getting a third one as well. Luckily, Breckenridge has played it pretty safe and has a lot of girls with 2, but no 3 foul offenders at this point. So we'll take a quick break and come back to start up the halftime show, brought to you by Minn Kota Ag Products. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
When you're trying to find your dream home, what's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wapaton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday around 9 a.m.
For the right price, everything will sell.
Well, right. I mean, that's it. You know, there's nothing you can't sell if you have the right price on it.
Action Realty in Wapaton.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want a system from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source? You can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated entry systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
And welcome to the Minn-Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Bluff here. We got a 39-35 Cowgirl lead at the half. Yes, 39-35. It was originally at 39-34. And then, as if the Breckenridge fans don't have enough reasons not to like me, I asked the scorebook if my stats were right or if theirs was, and they said yours are. So we got to give the Nuggets another point on the scoreboard. So, yeah, if they lose by 1 point, let's not focus on that too much. But anyways, run through the scoring for you since mine were right for once. Leading the way for the Hawley Nuggets, Ingrid Rustad with 9 points. 7 points apiece from Emma Brookshire and Katie Vetter. Only 6 points from Addie Sandvik. And here's a fun stat for you. Only 5 points for Izzy Steer. Yes, only 5 points for Izzy Steer at this point. Izzy Johnson with the lone bench point of the game for the Nuggets with 1. And for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, they also got 6 girls in the scoring column. 17 from Parker Yagi in the opening half. 10 from Emily Gowan. They got 6 from Ava Janing. 3 from Sydney Roberts. 2 from Ellie Brewer. And then 1 from Erin Bloffus as well, who has been doing a good job on the rebounds when she's not been out of the game with foul trouble, which has been the big story here the opening half. This is the first for me. I'm not sure I've ever been to a game where I've seen a team have 3 players pick up 3 fouls in the opening half. That is that's a first. Maybe I've seen 2 before. I don't know, but this is pretty rare for me, so I'm excited about it. Hawley has 3 girls in foul trouble. Izzy Steer, their top player. Ingrid Rustad, another girl who had 3 fouls, and I think Addie Sandvik was the other one. Or maybe it was Katie Vetter. I'm going to have to double check that. But I know Brookshire's only got 2. Because I was saying she was feeling left out when all the other starters were racking up fouls like crazy. But made 6 of them. So, not ideal. 6 of 13, below 500. Yeah, definitely not ideal. But the Hawley Nuggets aren't faring much better as they have currently shot 11 free throws and have made a whopping 3 of them. Oh, boy. 3 of 11. That's, by my Breckenridge math, below 30%. Definitely not ideal. So this could be a completely different ball game if one or both of these teams were knocking down free throws. But we'll just have to see if that comes along here in the second half. We'll take a quick break here on the Minn-Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company.
Hi, this is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and PD to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple. Integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Blavis here. Really quick before we jump back into game action, let's revisit that key to the game brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals. And that was try to shut down Izzy Steer if possible. And I got to say, Breckenridge has done their job. Held her to 5 points. A lot of that was due to foul trouble, but you know what? They got her in foul trouble, so that's the job. So credit to the Cowgirls doing a good job on Izzy Steer. I said if you can hold her under 15, I really like their odds. So we'll see if they can keep pace and also keep an eye on the scoring tonight because Parker Yagi has 17 points here at the start of the second half, and the school record for points in a game is 31. So only needs 14 more to tie it, 15 more to break it. I mean, if she has another half like that one, statistically, it's gonna happen. So we'll see. It's gonna be exciting. I can't believe the scoring record's only 31 because a lot of these other stats are just insane. Gotta take some of them with a grain of salt, But different statisticians keep track of a lot of these. But anyways, we're back in action. Emily Gowan crosses the timeline, gets it to Parker Yagi. Yagi swings it over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts was looking to the high post area. Hawley doing a good job collapsing on Yagi. And a nice steal there on the skip pass up to the top. And it ends up getting thrown away. Sydney Roberts did a good job of cutting her off. And then she tried kicking for a rare charge. And they're saying that sure looked like it was in the arc. But they're going to roll with it. Second foul on Yagi, so she's in a lot better shape than a lot of the Nugget players, that's for sure. As the Nuggets start this half with 3 starters with 3 fouls. They are Addie Sandvik, Izzy Steer, as well as Ingrid Rustad. Steer getting into a back-cutting Nugget, and good defense there by Yagi, but didn't finish, by Blafas, but she didn't finish the play with the rebound. And now we got a body foul on Blafas. So that's going to be her 3rd foul. Let's see if they let her roll with it. Probably going to be on backup duty for this half, as we got to see Ellie Brewer in action for the first one. First free throw off the mark for the Nuggets, who are now shooting a whopping 25% from the stripe. 3 for 12. And 0 for 2 trip from Izzy Steer. Cowgirls looking to capitalize after the free throw misses. Piper Janning swings it over to Gowan. Now the three-pointer is up from Sydney Roberts, and it's good! Sydney Roberts with her 2nd triple of the game. She's got 6 points. Dribble kick out action to Vetter. Vetter's shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Yagi. Parker Yagi as it tipped out into the corner. Emily Gowan catches in. Emily Gowan, hands and feet always ready to shoot. And now we got a timeout called by the Hawley staff. Take a quick timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Your score, 45-35. Here in Breckenridge, you're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Mink Coat Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Hey, welcome back to Breckenridge here, all the fantastic listeners. 45-35 Cowgirl lead here against the Hawley Nuggets. 16:30 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Izzy Steer trying to find a groove offensively. Currently has almost as many fouls as she has points. She's got 5 points to 3 fouls. They go to Brookshire inside, who does a nice little up and under move to get by Bloffice for 2. Emma Brookshire's up to 9 points. All 3 of those field goals coming on bank shots. She's got a nice aim them. Nuggets drive. She's got 9 points for the Nuggets. Gowan zips it over to Yagi. Yagi dumps it in the corner to Janing. Piper Janing her on the baseline. Yagi looking to get downhill, kicks it out. They get it to Bloffice in the post area on the left side of the floor. Nice little drop off pass to Yagi for 2. That's a textbook give and go action. 12-point lead for the Cowgirls, 51-39 against a tough Hawley squad coming to town. Yagi got a tip on that one, but it wasn't able to steal it. They go inside to Brookshire. They know Bloffice is playing with 3 fouls as well. And Yagi said, let's just squeeze this one down here right now and tie it up. Jump ball. Yagi and Brookshire get on the floor for that one. And they're going to say that was actually a foul on Emma Brookshire. I thought that was a jump ball, but Brookshire apparently got the hand. 19 points once again or 21 points for Parker Yagi. Needs 10 more to tie the record. And has that pass go off her hand and out of bounds. Inbounded to Ingrid Rustad. Rustad crosses the timeline, gets it to Izzy Steer. Steer going to go to work on Gowan. Kicks it out to the perimeter. Little handoff action, and a great defensive play there by Mariah Coltis to get the block. And then Yagi came away with the rebound. Yagi swings it over to Emily Gowan. Gowan skip past the right side of the floor. Sydney Roberts trying to go inside to Coltis. Has it batted out of bounds. But Mariah Coltis coming in and Mariah Coltis getting into the scoring column. And now a 3-point answer from Izzy Steer. Her second triple of the game. She's up to 8 points on the night. And it looks like our internet finally decided to kick it back into gear. So my apologies for that, folks. Looks like we're back in action for at least a little bit. I'll do my best to try to get the Wi-Fi all figured out. 53-44 Cowgirl advantage as Piper Janing enters back into the game. It's been a fun night of basketball. Emily Gowan crosses the timeline. Ava Janing now to Emily Gowan. She swings into Piper Janing. Piper Janing to Emily Gowan. Gowan near the top of the key area. Back to Piper. Into the elbow area to Ava Jennings. She does a nice little dump off to Parker Yegi, who was fighting through the contact and ended up firing shot clock. You don't see that very often. Cowgirls currently in lead, 53-44. Dribble kick inside. Brookshire going to work inside and draws the foul. So Brookshire heading to the stripe. Currently in this game is 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Emma Brookshire goes 1 of 2. Cowgirls leading 53-45 as I continue to attempt to fix these internet issues. My apologies, folks. Ava Janing gets it to Sydney Roberts. Sydney Roberts into the high post area to Parker Yagi. Inside out kick. And Emily Gowan's 3 is off the mark. As good of a look as she's going to get at a triple, though. Breckenridge currently leading by 8 with 11:46 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Rustad looking to get a ball screen, kick it out to the right corner. And she's gone to that left-handed layup a few times, was looking to go back to it, but had it slapped away out of bounds. So Breckenridge leads with 11:30 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Izzy Steer currently sitting on 8 points. They've done a good job on her. Right corner is Vetter. Skip pass to Rustad on the left side of the floor. Off the back iron. Blofis with the board. She gets it to Emily Gowan. Gowan feeds it up to Yagi. Parker Yagi with a beautiful skip pass to the left side of the floor for 3. And Sydney Roberts. 10:45 remaining. Cowgirls now up by 11, 56-45. Third foul of the game on Emily Gowan. And a little bit of chaos ensues and turnover. Breckenridge looks to capitalize. And they're going to look to do a little 1-5 action with Blofis. She kicks it out to Roberts, who tries to throw it back into Blofis and turns it over. Drop off pass to Vetter in transition, and 1 for Katie Vetter. Katie Vetter has been a slashing threat all night after making the defense keep her honest by knocking down an early triple. 56-45. Or 56-47 after that bucket. We got a timeout taken by Breckenridge. We'll take one with them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back, all you fine listeners. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like the internet's holding up pretty well. If you guys want to jump back in the video stream on KBMW News Live, my apologies for that. Like I said, the Wi-Fi here is usually spectacular, so this has been an experience for me. Breckenridge always takes good care of me here at these ball games. I don't know why. but they treat me with kindness for some reason. Next free throw, or this first free throw from Vetter, the only free throw, as it was an N1. An N1 free throw trip brought to you by State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, your local State Farm agents in Wampton and Breckenridge. Got a kiddo on the team and on a spear. As Aaron Blofis puts up a mid-range J for 2. Stepping out and showing the jumper off a little bit. She's got 3 points on the night. 10-point lead for the Cowgirls, 58-48 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, or if you're watching on the video stream, your Action Realty scoreboard. Izzy Steer puts up a triple, and Blofis is lucky she did not get a foul for that one. Oh, now they do give her the foul. Very late whistle. But 3 free throws coming for Izzy Steer. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with the call, but it wasn't exactly the quickest whistle I've seen in my life, but... Izzy Steer going to look to capitalize on the mistake. Went 0 for 2 on her last trip to the stripe. Going to look to improve on that. Next free throw is up and good. Well, now you're wondering what happened on those first 2 free throws. Now she's looking like the best free throw shooter I've ever seen. It's like she's going to get mad if it touches the rim. Head coach Tony Bogenrief discussing with the officials. What's going on here? As all 3 free throws are dropped in by Izzy Steer, we got a 58-51 Cowgirl lead. I believe their biggest lead has been 11. Ava Janing swings over to the left corner to Sydney Roberts. Mariah Coltis drops it down to Parker Yagi. I love that post-to-post touch. Yagi's up to 23 on the night. I've been very impressed by Mariah Coltis tonight. Coming in and just kind of doing everything right. And that's tough when you come in, you're the only person who hasn't got a run yet so far in the varsity game. And right on cue, she comes up with a steal. Dishes it up to Parker Yagi. Yagi looking to get to the cup. Misses it, but Mariah Coltis there to get the board. Squeezes it away from the Hawley player and then has it ripped away from her. Izzy Steer looking to get out and capitalize on the turnover. Pulls up for 2 and drops it in. A deep 2, I should say. I thought it was going to be a triple. So after that bucket, we got a 7-point game once again. Sydney Roberts gets it to Parker Yagi. Yagi swung it over to Piper Janning, but it got tipped into the Breckenridge student section, so it'll remain Cowgirl ball. Piper Janning gets it into Parker Yagi, or Piper Janning gets it into Parker Yagi. Apologies. Yagi feeds it in the high post area to Sydney Roberts. They love that action, working from the nail area. Trying to fire it down low to Coltis, but it gets swiped away in the traffic. Pass over to the right side to Rustad. Rustad is going to look to go to work, but instead she'll pull it out and check over to head coach Bill Gonberg for some guidance. Brookshire looking to go to work on Coltis. Throws up a very tough contested jumper and got nothing but net on it. Cuts the lead to 5, 60-55 with 8:21 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Foul on the floor on Katie Vetter after the foul fest that was the first half. All 3 of the girls that came into this one with 3 fouls from the first half have not fouled once here after almost 10 minutes of play here in the second half. Emily Gowan gets the inbound. Parker Yagi with a corner triple off the mark. Vetter with the board. 8:14 remaining. Nuggets on a little bit of a run right now. Looking to go inside to Brookshire. Brookshire kicks it out to Steer. Steer pulls it out. Feeds it into Brookshire. Brookshire goes up for a shot. Might have got tipped. Rebounded by the Cowgirls. Piper Janning looking to go to the cup and draws the foul. Going right at Brookshire. I don't think Brookshire thought a shot was coming. First free throw is good from Piper Janning. I cannot wait to add up the free throws after all this is over. 2 for 2 free throw trip. If only my math teachers could hear me talk about being excited to add up stuff. I mean, I don't have to use any equations, so this is a little different. 7:50 remaining. I've got to have a special calculator to get all this done. 7:45 remaining with The Cowgirls are leading by 7, make it 5 after that 2-point jumper from Katie Vetter, who's got 7 in each half for 14 on the night. Emily Gowan gets it to Parker Yagi. Yagi thought about the deep shot. Instead, she'll get over to Gowan. Gowan's ready to put that one up in a hurry, and it is rebounded by Parker Yagi. Yagi gets it to Coltis, and Coltis tosses it to her head coach. I mean, you know, maybe 20 years ago, not 20, but maybe about 15 years ago, Coach Bogenreef's knocking down that shot. But instead, we got a turnover. 7:15 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Give and go action down low leads to a layup for Ingrid Rustad. That bucket makes it a 3-point game. Cowgirls take a timeout to talk it over with 7:06 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 62-59, Cowgirls lead Hawley. Take a quick break. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Stay winter ready with Smith Motors in Wapaton. Up to $20 in rebates on the purchase and install on a select AC Delco battery. Up to $15 rebate on 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. Up to $10 rebate on the purchase and install of a select AC Delco cabin air filter. And up to a $10 rebate on the purchase and install of a select AC Delco engine air filter. That's up to $55 in rebates. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Online at smithmotors.com.
After that Highcamp Construction timeout, we got a 62-59 game. Breckenridge in the lead and almost got it stolen away. And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow sticks with Breckenridge, so they dodged a bullet on that one. I mean, jump balls aren't ideal. You could have used that possession arrow a few minutes from now, but that's all right. Gowan draws a few defenders, and Ava Janning has her jumper blocked. But Parker Yagi, Johnny on the spot for the board and the put-in. 25 points for the sophomore. 2 points away from her career high, which is actually top 5 all time for points in the game by a Cowgirl. Not too bad for someone who hasn't even hit their prime of their high school career yet. And a tough layup inside. Got a foul on the layup. I bet there's been quite a few fouls tonight. Addie Sandvik trying to capitalize on it. You know, the first half it was a little more Hawley-oriented on the foul side, but now Breckenridge has got 7 already in the bonus. 6.5 minutes remaining. First free throw by Sandvik off the mark. And the Nuggets have only committed 3 fouls. I mean, 3 was the magic foul number in the opening half, but that's because they had 3 starters pick up 3 fouls each in the first half, which I thought was going to kill them here in the second half, but they haven't been phased. Been playing smart, disciplined basketball. Free throws up and good from Sandvik. 1 for 2 trip. I say disciplined, but I guess a more disciplined team would probably be knocking down more free throws than they are. But Sydney Roberts skip past Emily Gowan. Gowan, the tough pass down to Yagi. Yagi goes at 3 defenders and has the shot rebounded. I couldn't tell if it was blocked or if it was just a missed shot, but we got a foul in transition. Izzy Steer will get a couple free throws out of the deal. 4-point game. Cowgirls with the lead. It has been a super fun night of basketball. Free throw is good. She's knocked down 4 straight free throws, Izzy Steer has. I said ideally you'd like to hold her under 15. And she is currently sitting on 14. So we'll see if she can knock this one down. And she's at 15. 64-61. Breckenridge leads with 6:06 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Yagi gets it to Roberts. Feeds it inside to Blofus. Blofus throws it right to one of the defenders. Had a double team collapsing on her. And Sandvik goes up for two to cut it to 2. Parker Yagi, Breckenridge needs a bucket here to get it back to a 2-possession game. She's going to kick it out to Ava Janning. Janning out to Roberts. Now swings it over to Yagi. Yagi looking for an open teammate. Gets it to Ava Janning. Janning rips through. Dumps it off to Blofus. Blofus tosses it up and had 3 defenders on her. Luckily for her, one of them fouled her. Actually, it's a tie ball game. My apologies after that last shot. 64 all with 5:31 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Blofus puts up the free throw and off the mark. Blofus 3 points so far on the night. 1 for 3 on free throws after that shot. Trying to get back up to 500, and that one off the mark. And what has been a tough night at the stripe for both teams. I think it's going to be a little more evened out after this second half as Parker Yagi tried to rack up a steal, but Hawley took a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. 64 all with 5:18 remaining in a fun HOL contest so far. Take a quick break. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The value in batteries is more than skin deep for farm and construction equipment. You need batteries built to handle tough off-road conditions. Case IH Magna Power batteries are designed to take a pounding, and Titan Machinery has them for you, 4 to 6 pounds heavier than the competition. These are specifically designed to handle the vibration and jolts that can literally knock the life out of other batteries. See Titan Machinery today for more details. Case IH Magna Power batteries. It's what's inside that counts.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. We got a tie ball game with 5:18 remaining. Cowgirls at 1 point led by 11 here in the second half, but Nuggets just put together a run, found their groove, looking to go inside to Brookshire. Blofus guarding. Brookshire, double team comes. She kicks it out to Sadvik. And now Brookshire is going to put up a short jumper way off the mark. Ava Janning hauls down the air ball. Kicks it out to the right corner. Piper Janning. Janning feeds it down to the short corner to Ava Janning. Ava Janning kicks out to Piper, and it was off the Nuggets, they're going to say. Close call. And they're going to talk it over. Looks like the officials have conflicting reports. We'll see who overrules who. And they're going to say it was actually Nugget ball. So Hawley will take over possession. They're going to say it went off Piper Janning's hands, which, I mean, if they were to come over and ask me, I would have said that's probably what it was. So short little floaters off the mark. Parker Yagi grabbed the board and then got hacked. This is like the 4th foul we've seen on the complete opposite end of the floor. Kind of an unnecessary situation. Still not in the bonus yet, though. They had to let everyone know, hey, we're not in the bonus, folks. And it was only the 5th team foul, but they're going to talk it over. I mean, there we go. How long did this take? Did this take 20 seconds to figure out? It's about 19 seconds too long. All right, 64 all, 4:34 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We are not in the bonus for for the Nuggets at least. They've only fouled 5 times here in the second half. Parker Yagi. Skip pass up to Sydney Roberts. Maybe put a little too much under that one. She's lucky that didn't get swiped away. Roberts looking to make something happen. Ooh, goes with a little quick fake spin. Big fan of that move. And Piper Janning gets fouled. And we are not in the 1-1 yet. One more foul until the 1-1. I'm going to make sure to say it nice and loud so I know everyone on the court can hear me. Parker Yagi is going to put it up off the mark, but Blofis comes up with the board and follows it in for 2. 4 minutes remaining. And Erin Blofis comes up with one of the bigger buckets of her Cowgirl career at this point. Nuggets trailing by 2. Kick it out at the perimeter, and a right-handed layup by Sandvik is good. You don't want to see Sandvik or Vetter get downhill on this squad, that's for sure. Parker Yagi, another person you don't want to see get downhill if you are a defender. She's got a pair of free throws coming. Went right at Brookshire, and that is her 5th foul. One of the starters who didn't have 3 fouls in the opening half is actually going to foul out of the game. Plot twist. It's one of those things where, like, if you were tracking it in Vegas, she'd be like the least likely one to foul out, but here we are. 2 free throws coming for Yagi. We got a 66-66 ball game. We got to get some more points on the board here. I don't like seeing all those 6s all at once. Makes me a little queasy. First free throw is good from Yagi, who's knocking on the door of her career high. She actually will tie her career high with this free throw. And will be 5th all-time for points in a game by a Cowgirl if she can knock this one down. And she does. Parker Yagi, she's got 27. More importantly, her squad now leads by 2. 3:30 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They go inside, and Sandvik drops it in for 2. Cowgirls lucky she didn't get a foul call along with it. A lot of contact on that one. They're letting them play it out. Tie ball game, 68 all. What has been a blast of an HOL affair, and we got a travel by Piper Janning. Breckenridge bench saying, yeah, she walked because she got her arm hacked. But that's not how this is going to go. Rustad brings it up, looking to give her squad the lead back. Actually, I don't know if they've regained the lead here in the second half. They've tied it up a couple times, looking to take the lead. Swung around to Rustad. Rustad with Yagi guarding. They hand it off to Izzy Steer. Sydney Roberts hounding her. What a fun matchup. Roberts gets through the screen. Doing a good job clamping up Steer. They switch it up. She's on Rustad now. Tough contested layup is followed, and we got 2 free throws coming for somebody who just checked into the ball game. And that is number 44, Emily Vettern. And also a big factor in this, that is foul number 5 on Erin Blofis. She fouls out with 2:37 remaining. And Mariah Coltis is going to have to check into the ball game. Actually, I'm not sure that's who we're going with. I assume so, but I'm not 100%, so we'll see what they do. Head coach Tony Bogenreef doing the old Austin Imdex strategy. Really stretching out these foul out substitutions. I always love the coaches that cash in on those. It's a free timeout, basically. 68-68. First free throw is good. Not a bad way to get your first point of the game. Emily Vettern also giving her squad the lead. It's been just a nice night of basketball so far. Next free throw off the mark to add to the drama. 1 for 2 trip. Mariah Coltis gets the board. Emily Gowan with it. Parker Yagi back to Gowan. Emily Gowan. Skip pass over to Sydney Roberts in the short corner. She drops it in with a clutch 2. Ice in her veins. She's got 11. Gives her squad the 70-69 lead with 2:12 remaining here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Vetter gets it to Vettern. Veteran goes inside, throws it right to Piper Janning. Somehow Sandvik knocks it out. And, the short jumper rattles out. This place would have gone crazy. I mean, Hawley traveled pretty well for this game, so they would have blown the roof off this place if that dropped in. Parker Yeage's got to make sure she gets across half court, though. Gets a ball screen on the left side. Yeage almost turns it over. Sydney Roberts bails her out. Piper Janning will now turn it over. She picks up the travel. Her teammate Sydney Roberts is there to pick her right back up. With some kind words of encouragement that might come off as terrifying just because you heard it from your teammate Sydney Roberts. Fun to watch. Rustad with the ball in the half-court circle. Swings it over to the left wing to Vetter. Vetter gets a ball screen. Swings it over to Sandvik. She gets it to Rustad. Ingrid Rustad getting downhill. Goes to the cup. Has her shot tipped. And Emily Gowan tracks it down. Feeds it out to Parker Yeage. They're looking to capitalize on the numbers. Cindy Roberts tries dishing it off and out of bounds. Trying to make the extra unselfish play. Ends up backfiring. 1:08 remaining. Cowgirls got to come up with a stop. They lead by 1, 70-69 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Rustad with the ball. Dribbles down to the right side. Gets swung around near the top of the key. Back over to the right slot area. Izzy Steer, bit of a non-factor here in the late minutes, but that's Breckenridge doing a good job defensively as you see Sydney Roberts getting on the floor trying to get the steal. Sandvik gets downhill and puts up a floater. Drops it in for 2. Addie Sandvik gives her squad the lead back. 31 seconds remaining. Cowgirls maybe want to get a timeout. I'm not sure. They got one. They're taking one. Okay. Timeout taken by the Cowgirls after Hawley has taken the lead. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. 25.1 on the game clock. So they're basically the same. So they got to keep that in mind here as they're going to hold for one shot and try to win the game. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Looks like Coach Bogenreef's taking a full. We'll take a very quick one with him. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM. Now for a Heitkamp Construction timeout.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com.
After that Heitkamp Construction timeout, we are back at Breckenridge High School. And the last time the Cowgirls got in this situation, they had a little less time. You know, they got 25 seconds to work with now, which is a lifetime. But the last time they were in a situation like this, they had Parker Yeage kind of operating the ball. And then she was looking for Sydney Roberts, actually skipped it over to Emily Gowan in the left corner. They're going to get it to Yeage this time around in the elbow area. Yeage kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan already has one game winner on this year. Goes baseline for the drive and draws the foul. But like I was saying, they were drawing up an action that was for Parker Yeage and Sydney Roberts, and then Gowan came open and drilled a corner 3 to win the game in Barnesville. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to try to use Parker Yeage in a playmaking role, which is what we got. Emily Gowan's first free throw off the back iron. She is sitting on 13 points. 10 in the first half, only 3 here in the second. Next free throw is up. And banks in. Wow. And Nuggets have 10 seconds left. Tied up at 71. We'll see what they have in store for us. Rustad kicks out to the corner. Vetter thought about it. Got up to Izzy Steer. Izzy Steer with a step back. And it comes up short. We got extra basketball coming your way, folks. 71 all at the end of regulation. Emily Gowan was able to tie it up, making 1 of 2 free throws. We got free basketball coming your way, folks. We'll take a very quick break and jump back in for your OT. 71 Breckenridge, 71 Hawley. We got overtime coming your way in just a bit.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
When you're trying to find your dream home, what's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wapaton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday around 9 a.m.
For the right price, everything will sell.
Well, right. I mean, that's it. You know, there's nothing you can't sell if you have the right price on it.
Action Realty in Wapaton.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. It has been a barn burner here. Cowgirls and Nuggets heading overtime. Just what the doctor ordered. Jumping it up will be Mariah Coltis and Izzy Steer, as both of the teams had their main center foul out of the game. Aaron Bloffis for Breckenridge and Emma Brookshire for the Hawley Nuggets. And Coltis wins the tip. Gowan fires it to Piper Janing. She goes inside to Coltis. Nobody around. She's going to put up a shot. Off the mark. Parker Yagi with the board. Great ball movement. Sets up Emily Gowan for three. Off the mark. Sydney Roberts is going to be the first one to track it down. She gets it inside to Coltis. Coltis tries to feed it up to the top of the key to Emily Gowan. They got 15 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Corner three from Yagi is contested and off the mark. And now we got a fresh 20 seconds after the offensive rebound. Her second of the possession by Sydney Roberts. And they're looking to go inside, batted out of bounds. This has been a dogfight here. 71 all with 3:28 remaining here in overtime. Gowan feeds it into Yagi. Nobody around her, and she's got a career high. And more importantly, has given her squad the lead. Parker Yagi with two more. 73-71. .314 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this overtime. Izzy Steer swings it over. She's got a nice look on the block. Turns around, but Mariah Coltis blocks it. And now we got a runner from Sandvik. And Steer might have got banged up on that play. Foul is on number 22, Mariah Coltis. Did a good job of being a presence, planting herself like a tree, coming up with a block, and then Hawley did a good job of recovering and getting to the stripe. But, I mean, at the risk of, let's just throw superstitions out the window. I'm just going to say I'm sure Breckenridge, with how Hawley's been shooting free throws lately, as that one drops in, says a pair of free throws maybe isn't the end of the world. But Addie Sandvik maybe going to say something different about that. She is so far one of 3 on the night, 2 of 4 actually. Make it 3 of 5 after that. Tie ball game, 73 all. Emily Gowan fires it down to Sydney Roberts, and Roberts is fouled. And you can tell Hawley was baiting Breckenridge a little bit in that one. They wanted them to throw that pass, and they jumped it at the perfect time, but took a bad angle and kind of just laid into Sydney Roberts there. So we'll see if she can take care of business at the stripe. First trip there tonight. Addie Sandvik has fouled out of the game after knocking down a pair of free throws. So checking in for what I believe is her first action of the night. It's number 14, McKenna Walker. Would you love to be a sophomore and get thrown into that situation? As Sydney Roberts misses the free throw, and it was 1-1. So a big miss for the Cowgirls. Could have possibly cost them 2 points. Rustad kicks out to Vetter. Vetter with a short jumper off the mark. And Gowan has that one tipped out of bounds. So I believe they're going to say that went off of Hawley, but I think it was actually off of Breckenridge, but they just said, hey, we could give you a foul instead. How about we just say you knocked it out of bounds? I mean, I've seen a lot of those compromises from officials, which I'm never going to argue with. Roberts gets to Piper Janning. I think the crowd just doesn't know it. Allen with the ball. Skip pass over to the right side of the floor. Parker Yagi puts up the floater. And what has been a career night for Yagi. And she could make even more history right here. If she makes both of these free throws, she will tie the school record for points in a game at 31. See if she can do it. So our 2 points in this overtime, make it 3. 1 point away from history. A record that is shared by Carsey Materi and Sarah Steinborn. We'll see if Parker Yagi will add her name to that list. And she does. 31 points for Parker Yagi. More importantly, 75-73. Cowgirls in the lead here against the Hawley Nuggets with 2:11 remaining in overtime in Breckenridge. Izzy Steer with the ball. Steer dishes it off to the left corner. Shot is up and short. Parker Yagi with the board. Yagi needs 1 more point for a school record. Dishes it off to the right side. Sydney Roberts with the ball. She's clearing traffic. Tries throwing a rocket down to Piper Janning, but nobody's there to come haul it in. So a tough break for the Cowgirls with 1:51 remaining. Shout out Tech 9. 75-53. Ingrid Rustad gets it to Izzy Steer. Steer is going to look at a 3. And short, nothing but net in a bad way. Hawley doing a good job of saving it twice to set themselves up, and then end up throwing it to Izzy Steer on the left side of the floor. That one is short. Emily Gowan with the board. 2-point game. We'll see if Breckenridge wants to run a little clock here as Parker Yagi puts up the record-breaking 3. And what could also be the dagger. 5-point game with 1:17 remaining. A school record triple, and I really hope that I got it on the video stream. I'm going to have to go back and see if we got that one. My apologies if I didn't. I could only keep up so fast, but 78-73 as Parker Yagi just made history with that triple. No Cowgirl has ever scored this many points in a game, and they needed every single point of it as that free throw is off the mark from Rustad. Buck 13 remaining, 78-73 Cowgirl lead. Rustad at the stripe. Will go 0 for 2. Mariah Coltis with the board. Yagi. And the ball ends up going out of bounds. They got to get it to Yagi, knock down these free throws, see how many she can get tonight. They get it into her, and she is fouled. Unreal performance tonight from the sophomore. So we got a 78-73 score as Yagi adds to it. She has been on fire. She scored all the Cowgirls' points here in the second half. Next shot is up and good. 36 points from Parker Yagi. Steer is going to put up a deep 3. Has that one off the back iron. Coltis with the rebound. And Parker Yagi with the ball. We're going to see if they foul her again. It's going to be knocking on the door of 40. She's going to blow this record out of the water. She's already got it beat by 5 points. And these are according to the programs, by the way. So if I end up being wrong on all this after the fact, that is why. But I'm 99% sure these are accurate. Yagi currently at the line. Has made her last 7. Missed her first 2. And has now made 8 straight. Let's see if she can make it 9 straight. Next shot is up and good. Yagi's got 38. 42 seconds remaining. And we'll see if we're going to get a chance to see her get 40. And Coltis has it. So she gets fouled. So she'll get a chance to get in the scoring column. Or actually, she already had the 2 points in the second half. My apologies. Coltis heading to the stripe. 32.3 seconds left. Now a 9-point game in what has definitely not been that, it's been an overtime game. So that has clearly not been the case. Coltis. 2 for 2 trip. Breckenridge made sure to lock in at the free throw line when they needed to. 74-73 as they've only allowed 2 points here in the overtime and have scored 13 of their own. So a 13-2 run to close out the game. Not too shabby. We'll see if I didn't know if they were going to let Yagi try to go for 40. She need to get one more bucket. We got a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Nuggets. And it looks like they're not going to she's not going to be able to get 40, but I think she can settle with 7 points better than the school record coming into this ball game. So what a night from Yagi and the Cowgirls, and that will do it, folks. 84-73, your final. Cowgirls picking up a big Heart of Lakes victory against a stout Hawley squad. And Yagi made history while she was at it. 38 points. Beat the school record by 7, which was held by Sarah Steinborn and Karsi Materi no longer. Also beat her previous career high by 11 points. So, we'll dive into that a little more in the post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball. Actually, we'll hang here for just a bit. I had to make sure everything is going to be looking all right for, my setup before we jump into the post-game show. But like I said, just an absolute fantastic run to close out this game from the Cowgirls. And making their free throws to close it all out. They really just kind of really kicked it into gear for all the things they needed to take care of in the closing minutes if they wanted to close out this victory. Because there's a lot of different chances that Hawley had to kind of snap in and take control of the game. But Breckenridge did a good job holding them off. And we'll tell you more about it when we get into the post-game show in just a minute here. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7 FM. A historic night for Cowgirl basketball. I'll tell you why in just a bit here. Breckenridge claimed an 84-73 victory, closed out the game with a 13-2 run in overtime, and leading the way in that overtime surge with almost all the points they scored in the period. She had 11 of their 13 points scored in the overtime. That was Parker Yagi just being an absolute gamer at the end of the game. And I'll run through the scoring for you. I'll loop back to her. Addie Sandvik, the leading scorer in this squad with 19. 15 points from Izzy Steer, if you remember in our Keys of the Game brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapton. We said try to hold her to 15 or less. Okay, I said under 15, but we'll pretend I said 15 or less. And they held her to 15 on the dot, so I'm a genius. Katie Vetter with 14 up next. 12 points from Emma Brookshire, 11 from Ingrid Rustad. So all 5 of the starters hitting double figures, and then only 2 points off the bench. They got 1 from Izzy Johnson and 1 from Emily Vettern for their 73 points here in the game. It was 71 all at the end of regulation, and then the Cowgirls once again closed it with a 13-2 run. Scoring all these points, we'll work our way up this time around. We got 2 points from Ellie Brewer, played only the first half. The JV, she does one half, and then Mariah Coltis does the other half. Mariah Coltis, by the way, had 4 points. 4 points from Piper Janing as well. We got 5 from Erin Blofus, including a big bucket down the stretch. 6 points from Ava Janing, and then 11 from Sydney Roberts on 3 triples. 14 from Emily Gowan. She had a 10-point first half to keep her squad in the game early on. And then a whopping 38 points from Parker Yagi. A school record, shattered the school record. It also shattered her career high. Her career high was 27, so she beat that by 11. And the school record was 31, which she beat by 7. And that was held by Sarah Steinborn as well as Karsi Materi. So credit to them for getting to hold the record as long as they got to, because there is a new top dog for Cowgirl basketball when it comes to racking up points in a game, and that is Parker Yagi. Once again, had 17 in the opening half, she had 17 in the first half, 10 in the second half, so she had 27, which tied her career high heading into regulation, and then she got 11 more in the overtime period. 6 free throws, a triple, which was the record-breaking triple, and also a 2 as well. Just a fantastic performance from her, and I think we're about to talk a little bit more about her when we come back for your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency in Breckenridge, as well as your play of the game, as well as your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. You're listening to the Miller Realty Postgame Show on B92.7 FM.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30, and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome to the Miller Realty Postgame Show here on B92.7 FM. Turner Blofis here, and it's time for your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. And for the play of the game, I know we got a lot of great options, but you know what? I'm just going to go with the easy one, and I'm going to go with the record-breaking triple from Parker Yagi. I went back and checked. I am very happy that I got it on the video stream, even though I think I actually called her Piper at the beginning of the call, but you know what? That's just that comes with the territory with me. Naturally, I would mix up a name at one of the biggest moments of one of these athletes' careers, but that's just par for the course for me. Parker Yagi, outstanding showing. And knocking down that three-pointer, which gave her the record for points in a game, scored by a Cowgirl. And then, you know what? Obviously, she's going to be the player of the game as well, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And like I said, she had 17 points in the opening half, had 2 triples in the opening half, so she ended the game with 3 of those. And then she came through for 10 in the second half, so they had 27 going in the OT. And she said, geez, I only had 10 in the second half. I could probably beat that in overtime, which she did. Once again, 6 free throws, a triple, and had the first bucket of the OT as well. Scored 11 of their 13 points that came in the overtime period. Literally, probably would have scored all of them, but Mariah Coltis got fouled at the end of the game and had to knock down a couple free throws. So, fantastic showing from her. Maybe the best game of her career, and we'll remember this one for a long time. That is why she's the player of the game once again, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And thank you all so much for tuning in. another fun night of Cowgirl basketball, and it's always a fun battle when Hawley comes to town, and we got another classic one tonight. So 84-73, your final once again. Parker Yagi scores a record 38 points, most ever scored by a game in a Cowgirl basketball player. But more importantly, they pick up the 11-point win and move on to 9-3 on the year. Breckenridge moves on to face Fergus Falls here at home on Thursday night. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the night. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on the Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball broadcast was brought to you by Action Realty, Breckenridge Public Schools, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.